Hey guys, this is Kwa. I wanted to make this video to show you how to connect your NAS32 flight board to your receiver. There's a lot of NAS32 tutorial videos out there and they were very helpful, but this is the one part that they didn't really address clearly, for me at least. So it took me a little while to figure this out, and so I had to do a lot of searches on forums, and finally it made sense to me. And the reason why it doesn't make sense is because the NAS32 is capable of handling 8 channels of signal. All right, and 4 of those channels would be for your yaw, your rudder, your elevator, blah blah blah, and your throttle, and then the other 3 would be, the other ones would be for auxiliary channels, so that you can control your flight modes. I mean, you can switch flight modes from stability to acro to angle mode, whatnot, on the fly with the transmitter by using the channels, the auxiliary channels on your radio, and also by setting it in base flight. I'm not going to show you how to do that here. I'm just going to show you how to plug in your receiver to the NAS32. The confusing part for me was that even though I knew that the NAS32 can handle more than 4 channels, the pin headers on the board were a little odd because it didn't seem like there were enough pins for me to plug in my servo leads, my servo wires, and it didn't really make sense to me because I'm used to seeing 3 wires each time I want to install something. I want to plug in something in my receiver. I'm used to seeing like one of these things with 3 wires. Well, that's not how the NAS32 works, because you only need one of this, okay? And that is, you use channel 1, okay? And so basically what you're going to do is you're going to and make sure that you pay attention to the orientation of the plug. Okay, the black, or sometimes brown, which is the negative plug wire, is facing the front of the board. Okay, so basically the board is pointing this way. All right, and so just good thing to remember is that the black wire, when you plug it in to the board, faces the front. All right, so anyway, so what you're going to do is you're going to plug, this is the number 1 channel, okay, and the number 1 channel is the only channel that requires 3 plugs, and that's because you got your signal wire, you got your negative, and you got your power wire, which is the red. Okay, and once you plug it into your receiver, because your receiver only needs one source of power, and so what you do then, of course, you would plug it into your number 1 receptacle for your receiver. Okay, I'm using FrSky right here, so basically, it's 1. And then what you would do after that is that you would take each of the other channels. Okay, so basically you start with 1, then it goes down to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you can figure it out. So you just take one of these little guys, okay, and you can buy them, and these are basically single wire leads. Okay, you can buy them at Radio Shack or Fry's or some other electronic store, or what you can do is you can just pull them out from your servo 3-way wires. Okay, you can pull them out and make it individual ones, and then you plug it into channel 1, and then the other end would go, channel 2. Okay, you plug it into channel 2, and then the other end would go into channel 2 of your receiver, and then you just go down the line, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatnot, and you would plug it into the signal. Okay, and for my receiver, the signal is the first pin. Okay, so basically I'm going to try to do this with one hand, so you know, it's going to can get messy. Alright, so this is how it works. So you can see that I plug channel 1 into my receiver, and it's the 3-wire one, and then I plug channel 2 into my receiver, and it's the single strand one. And basically that's how it works. So basically the whole you only need to use signal wires for your to plug into your receivers. So I hope that this makes sense to you. I know that it was a little bit confusing. And by the way, this video is for PWM mode. That means that each channel on your receiver corresponds to each channel on the NAS32 board. There is a way, PPM way, it's called PPM, in which you only need to use one channel. Okay, that will control all the channels on the NAS32. I'm not going to talk about it here because you will need, because I think there's another video out there that discusses this pretty well already, so I won't reinvent the wheel. But basically, yeah, there's two ways to connect your receiver to the NAS32, and I'm showing you the PWM way, which is basically each receiver channel is going to be attached to each channel on the NAS32 board. All right, so good luck to you, and I hope this has been helpful, and happy flyings.